Hey guys, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Miranda Manticos, spiritual teacher, psychic channeler, oracle for Mary Magdalene. Okay, so let me turn this down for you guys. Hopefully it's not too loud. I have a message that I need to deliver, and I'm going to use a little bit of channeling and some of the cards to help get this out. I think it's very important. I've been wanting to make a little video about this for a while. So today we do it, okay? All right, so let's talk about money. And in specific, money for spiritual practitioners, okay? And also money for healers of any kind, okay? So there's a really, really big imbalance, right? There's a huge imbalance in our in the distortion of money, number one. Number two, in what is the value of the healer, okay? So, and this is a both ways distortion. This is a distortion coming from the person who's coming for healing, okay? 111, as I said that, and also for the practitioners, okay? So one of the things that I notice in the circle of healers, and by that I mean, I want to just give you a little background information. I own a wellness spa. I'm a licensed, multi-certified pre- and post-operative lymphatic drainage specialist. Okay? I am very familiar with the human body, hands on the body, working through those tissues, right? Working through those energetics. Then I have all these other certifications in sound tuning and energetic work and hypnosis practitioner and all those things, plus the psychic stuff that's just going all the time. So when I tell you, I am in the goddess three right here, right? Here's the goddess three. She always comes to me. I am in these worlds, right? I'm in that scientific way of healing the body with treatments and things that I do, right? And I'm also in the spirit realm, helping people dive deep and into their shadows and find the stuff and heal it, okay? And I'm also in the Ayurvedic world with the holistic things, right? Because, and I've seen healing happen in all these places. I've seen the best healing occur in all three, okay? And so if you were to take like medicine, right? Blend it with spirit, blend it with holistic, there's your trifecta for healing. Wow. Okay. All right. So the reason why I'm saying all this is I am coming from a place of experience. I'm coming from a place of having observed and worked with these worlds for 20 years. Okay. What I see happening right now, and I've done it myself, so I know what that feels like. Okay. Is the pivot into the spirit that's happening right now because of the unveiling, because of the revealing, because of the planetary alignment and all the cosmic energy that's bringing everyone into this state of higher consciousness, okay? You've got a collective of people who woke up early to help. These are the practitioners of all different avenues, okay? And then you've got a collective who's awakening who need help, okay? And it's I don't know if you can curse on TikTok, so I'm not gonna. It's a mess, you guys. It's a mess. But we work in the chaos. That's what the goddess does, okay? So we can work with this, okay? But what I want to say about it is new practitioners, okay? The problem I'm seeing in these realms is, number one, they don't want to charge because they feel so bad for the collective. Okay? So they'd love to do it for free. However, who's going to pay their bills if they don't charge? So you see the little mess they got going on right here? Like that's a very difficult place to be, to have the heart of a healer but not be able to make it financially in this world unless they charge for it. Now, there are some solutions there. I'm going to talk about that. But do you see what they're dealing with right now? Now, on the other side of it, what I see in the collective who's ready to awaken is a fusion of things too. Clients that absolutely 100% value the spiritual knowledge. They understand the preciousness of it. They're willing to pay for it. They appreciate what you do. And then you have clients who are just like, don't get it. They want it, they want the help, but they don't want to pay for it. Now, and there's some stuff to talk about there too. I am going to pull some cards on this as well and ask our spirit guides for some answers, okay? But what I want to say from observation, okay, is there's distortion in both sides. So when I'm coaching someone, because I teach hypnosis and I teach practitioners also how to develop their business model in this world, whether it's spa, spirit, or Ayurveda, okay? What I feel that has worked for me is I offer some things for free, okay? I go and speak at community events, okay? I donate to, I've done sound tunings and meditations and spiritual work with groups of women who have cancer. I've done things with groups of children that need help with like just calming their energy, right? Just like sound tuning them. You know, I donate to schools all the time, but like things for teachers, right? Like when somebody calls me and is like, hey, we're doing a fundraiser for our school. Can I get a donation of something for the teachers? Yes, you can. And I'm going to give it to you. Okay. But because I do all of that, I don't have a problem charging for my sessions. I am giving to the community. I'm making free videos. I am servicing the schools when they need it. I am coaching people when they need it. I do some coaching for free if I know they don't have the money, right? And I charge for some of my coachings when I know that they can pay. That's what is called equalizing in the community, okay? And if someone has more, they can help compensate for someone who doesn't have. This is also why receiving donations is helpful. I've done that before. Like, okay, if say they can't afford like the price I would normally charge, then they can donate. Now that's up to me to accept as the practitioner, right? Just like it's up to you to choose which sessions you're going to do. A lot of times spirit has a lot to do with that. Sometimes spirit will say, take this client. They need it. They'll pull them in, right? Because they need it. And I'm their guide and I know it. I'll feel it. I'm like, we got to do this. 722, that's Mary Magdalene. So I can feel when it's like my people that I'm here to guide in this life, okay? And everybody's got their assignments. I just know when it's mine, right? On the other side of that, if you're on the other end, if you're on the receiving end of spiritual guidance, okay? I'm being called to share a scripture that, you know, Jesus is quoted as having said. He talked about a man, okay? So I'm just going to give you the quote the best that I can because he's showing it to me like in a picture. But there's a scripture in the Bible that says that a man sold everything he had, a rich man sold everything he had to buy this one pearl, okay? And the pearl, by the way, came up in the reading that I did yesterday on the children and nonverbal sacred communication, which is very important. But the pearl came up yesterday. But this man sells everything he has for this one pearl because he valued it so much. And do you know what a pearl symbolizes? Wisdom. Okay. Who is the goddess? Wisdom. And this man was willing to give everything for it. And then you have, you guys, then you have some people in the community that basically feel like, you know, their life is such a disaster and everything is going wrong and they want you to help them fix it, okay? But they don't want to pay anything for it. And it's like, okay, do you understand that it is not the fault of this spiritual practitioner that your life is where it's at, okay? This is no one's fault. So it's kind of like, we're all kind of in this mess together. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. And what that means is everyone on this planet has been lied to about so many things. There's so much unveiling going on right now, right? And because of that, it has put everyone in difficult positions at times in their life for different reasons, okay? Whether that's spiritual untruths, okay, versus truths, or medical untruths versus truths, or holistic truths versus untruths, okay? So because there's all this entanglement, you know, there's a lot of deception, even within self, where we self-deceive, where we're not really facing ourselves either, okay? So when you come to a spiritual practitioner, especially, I'm seeing like, or honestly, I'm seeing like a voodoo priestess right now. And they're just gonna like hit you with the truth, okay? And it hits hard sometimes, right? But the truth is, it is not their fault that whatever's going on in your life. They're just here as the guide, okay? So when you're seeking guidance, don't blame the practitioner for their price or their knowledge or their wisdom. They're just the channel to help you. And be glad there's a channel, okay? When I get these calls, like a friend of mine called me yesterday, I'm not going to say too much about it because it's, their personal stuff. But just, when they're getting approached for sessions, someone's approaching them for a session, and the person doesn't want to pay, but they're asking for like 5 hours of his time. What? No, guys, that's not how it works. Okay. If that practitioner wants to donate that, they can, but they're not obligated to do that. And how do you want this person to survive? 11:11. Okay. So I really feel the need for the collective to wake up on both sides of that coin. Okay. There's two sides to everything. Okay. If you want to work with a practitioner, psychic channeler, hypnosis practitioner, metaphysicist, sound tuner, whatever, okay, fine. But also be willing to respect their price. You have no idea sometimes how much energy goes into channeling these messages. And for my spiritual practitioners, yeah, they know. They know, okay? So there needs to be mutual respect. And for the spiritual practitioners, again, I say to you, you can have something that you offer for free. You can have some things that you do in the community for free. You can get sponsorships for things in the community. I've done that before, okay, where I get a sponsor, okay, to donate whatever, so I can go work with these children, a group of children that need it, but so those parents and those kids don't have to pay anything because they don't have the money. But so-and-so corporation does. This is how the communities can start to balance. Some of these big corporations can pay back to the community because guess where they made their fortune? Off the community. Catching what I'm laying down? Okay? So please, let's balance this out, okay? Because the last thing you want is for the spiritual practitioners to tire out and not be able to help you because they're so drained. Because they're just giving. That's not balance, you guys, okay? And I've seen this, by the way, even with massage therapists. And let me tell you, that is some serious work. When you work head to toe on somebody's body, like I do with lymphatic drainage, or massage therapists do they do lymph drainage too, they do deep tissue, even Swedish. Do you realize the spiritual cleansing that's happening while they're working on your body? You're getting a 2-for-1 in those sessions. You're getting a full body massage, and they're clear 13 as I said that, and they're clearing your energy and you don't even know it. Same thing when you get your hair shampooed, by the way. You go to your stylist. If there's any stylist listening to this, hello, I'm talking to you. Y'all know that you're clearing their crown chakra. Y'all know you do it. And that you're their therapist. And you sit there and 333. And you take care of their spiritual self. They're getting a 2-for-1. Okay? When I do a facial on someone in here, they're getting a 2-for-1 because I always give them the spiritual messages. So no, we're not going to complain about price, okay? Because then you're telling that practitioner they're not worth anything. And that's not the message we want to give, okay? I do think it's okay to be honest and tell the practitioner that you need help, but you don't have the money. That's fine. And then you let them figure that out if they want to work with you. Or they might do a referral. I've done that before too. Especially if my guides have said, this client is not for you. I've done that even with paying sessions, okay, where they call and they have the money and they want to schedule and I know it's not time and I know they're not ready. I'll just say, look, this isn't a match, right? So there's a lot of variation and nuance that goes into spiritual practice. Just remember that, okay? All right. Y'all, 3 times it's come up. Oh my gosh. Where did you go? There she is. 3 times. 3 times. The mother. The pearl. What did Jesus say? The rich man sold everything he had for this one pearl. What did Solomon ask for? According to the Bible, the richest man that's ever lived, ever, was Solomon. Now, I believe a lot of that to be parable, but if it's a real story, what did he ask for? Wisdom, right? Wisdom. So don't undervalue your spiritual practitioners, guys. That's not the course of wisdom. But on the spiritual practitioner side, don't undervalue yourself either. Be okay with charging something, okay? It's okay. You deserve to have a life too. You deserve to have things you need. You deserve to feed your children, have shelter, okay? All humans deserve that, okay? Let's be patient. Let's love each other. Let's help each other. I'm asking, hang on. Is there anything else from this card you want to show? The next deck? Okay. Which one? This one. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Spring. See your seeds grow. So you're building something. So I really feel this message is for new practitioners. And I say this because I had to do that with my business. I had the spa already. I had a lot of medical aesthetic training. I did a lot of medical aesthetics. So like microneedling, chemical peels, post-procedure care, like after like laser resurfacing and things like that. Then I got into Ayurveda and my traditional spa services, okay? Then I pivoted into spirit when spirit told me it was time. And I know how hard that can be. So you've got people in regular jobs right now, but who are born to be mystics. And they're waking up and they're going to have to find a way to live that story, okay? And that takes, it's hard. It's hard on practitioners. It really is, guys. So for those new ones, see, you're planting your seeds. Springtime, renewal. Connect with your emotions. Water guardian. Connect. Isn't she beautiful? Connect with your emotions. See, psychics, channelers, intuitives, we work through our emotions. We do not deny our emotions. The hermit. Retreat. And recharge. Yep. Okay, guys. They're saying grab a number. Y'all. Can't even make this stuff up. Inevitability. 911. Inevitability. This is going to happen. This transformation. You see the butterfly? The whole collective is going to experience on some level awakening. The whole collective. Okay? Symbiosis. I see this number all the time, 1221. Working together, symbiotic movement, right? You who are ready to assist those who are needing it, this is a collaboration. So let's be willing to help each other, okay? We can't expect people to give up their lives, go into full-time spiritual practice to help the collective, and the collective doesn't want to do anything for them. That's not how this works. I'm being reminded of a session I did with a friend of mine, and she's so wonderful, a wonderful girl. I love her so much. We just talked a moment ago. And we were talking about, a past life that I had as an oracle. And I was in the temple, and we were just talking about things that happened in the temple. And I said, look, in those days, you didn't come to the temple without a gift. You gave something. If it was like a piece of fruit, okay, or a cake or something. So the temple was cared for. And there's a lot of metaphor in that too when it comes to the self-temple and alignment. But when it comes to going to someone for spiritual assistance, it is a proper thing to do to give something. Like I'm reminded of a friend of mine in the city who's a voodoo priestess. And we went to visit her last year for a filming that we did with a friend who has a paranormal show that's really cool. Oh gosh, is it, I'm trying to remember the proper name, so I'll tag it in here so you can find their channel. Okay, I'll tag it in the comments. I just don't want to give you the wrong name. I think it's 1111, I can't remember the part that comes after. I'll tag y'all so y'all can go check out their channel. But anyway, we were filming with them. We went to visit a friend of mine in the city who's a voodoo priestess. And I was very connected to those ancient energies in another lifetime, several lifetimes. And it's funny how that will manifest in this life. And this may be happening to some of you guys as well, but without your knowledge. Okay, so I didn't have any knowledge of voodoo in this life. I didn't grow up that way. I didn't even get to grow up connected to my own indigenous religion of Choctaw Nation, like their ways. I only knew a little bit about their ways from my grandmother, but not like full training in their spiritual practice. So everything I've done has been authentically just because Spirit led me to it. So when I went to see her for this filming, I brought a crystal from my prayer stand here to give to the altar there, just because I just felt like it was right. And then when I got there, I realized there's all these gifts on the altar. 111, as I said that. Because that is the way, okay? You don't expect something without giving something. 21, 21. 12, 21. What did I tell you guys? All right. The spiral. Guys, it's amazing. Okay, hold on. I'm going to give you your angel number. Your dragon reading. Hang on. And there's another number to pull. I'm getting them both at the same time. The dragon path is not a straight line. It's a spiral. You continually come back to the things you thought you understood in order to see a deeper truth. It's true. Do not judge where you are on the spiral. Sometimes you quest up the spiral and sometimes down, but both directions keep you moving forward as you seek wisdom and understanding. Don't be afraid to revisit lessons you thought you'd already learned. Like a spiral, you are an unending and ever evolving. Beautiful. Let me get you one more number. Hang on, I'm going to show you this dragon one more time. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Where did I put my little numbers? Here we go. So I'm feeling that there is this great need for collaboration right now. We got to help each other, guys. We cannot miss those important synchronistic network connections that are meant to happen as we awaken. That symbiosis, right? Those collaborations that are going to happen are going to be meaningful, purposeful, important connection. 222, alignment. Wow. Wow. Yep. Bravery. Wow, you guys. 17 is a really important number for me, but for you too. Okay, bravery, 717. These are the ones that will awaken their communities. See how important this spiritual work is, how important it is to have these people in our communities. So let's support them. Let's not make them feel bad for having a price. Oh my gosh. Okay, reverse. Okay, revisit. 6-6. Revisit. What did the dragon just say? Sometimes you go back down the spiral and back up and you revisit something and you learn from it again. Okay? That's okay. That's okay. Revisit. Okay? 4-4. Stability. So important. 6-6-6. Reflect. Reflect. And this is a very good number related to earth energy. Hold on, let me read it for you really quick, okay? My husband still gets so triggered. He sees 666. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, honey, it's not a big deal. It's got so many good meanings. So many. Okay, hold on my little pages. Okay. Lots of folks get a bit worried when they see this number, but it's actually a message of reflection. See, what did the dragon say? Go back down the spiral, revisit this, 444, as I said that. Your angels are asking you to take a step back, to hit the pause button. With that greater distance, examine your current circumstances. Are you heading a direction that speaks to your truth? Do your relationships lift you up? Does your job fulfill you? Or have you instead been putting your energy into things that simply don't work for you any longer? Wow. Okay, what did I just say? All these new spiritual practitioners are waking up. And they are no longer happy in the jobs that they had. Okay? It's just draining them. They have to pivot into their purpose. But please, as a community, let's help support them in whatever ways we can as they make this pivot. Okay? So, it says, this is your sign to be honest with yourself and make the changes that speak to your higher self. In the upright position, which it was reversed, I'm going to read them both to you. In the upright, take time to reflect on your circumstances, put your energy into necessary changes, strip away any illusions, and pay attention to your needs. In the reverse position, which is how it came out, channeling your energy into unfulfilling activities. You might be wasting your energy on things that don't matter, okay? Feeling utterly disillusioned and powerless, filling your time with fake friends and negativity, hitting a dead end. Okay, the affirmation for this, to allow this number to help you. I am aligned, divine, and my life is right on time. And I'll never forget, I was doing a womb healing for myself for trauma that I experienced in the womb a few years ago. And one of the facilitators said in this meditation, she said, everything is right on time. You are here right on time. Because sometimes, especially as spiritual practitioners, when we do wake up and we realize all the things and we're like, oh my God, there's so much going on. What are we going to do, right? And it feels like we've been left behind, or like, why didn't we wake up sooner? Or how could this be? How could we be so deceived for so long? But guys, give yourself some grace. Like, we have come through so much. We are literally battling the spirit. We are battling to rise up. We are freaking warriors. Do you get it? That's what I was talking about yesterday with that bracelet thing getting broke off of my wrist. I'm like, what? So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? And those who are awakening, and we're all awakening, by the way. No one of us ever knows everything, okay? But I'm talking about like the newly, that new part of the collective that's like, what's going on? What? Why am I having these dreams? Or whatever, those folks. Just have grace, okay? Both sides to this are working together for this collaboration. Okay. Anubis, closure guidance. That's what's coming up. Anubis. Seek closure on unresolved issues. Address any lingering problems or unfinished business. Take action to resolve these matters. This will bring you peace and clarity. Y'all, it came up again. Anubis, healing guidance. Wow. Focus on healing emotional wounds. Take time to address past hurts. Seek closure where needed. Consider therapy or supportive conversations to facilitate healing. So what did I just say? This is a collaboration, okay? And wow. Okay, Ra's energy guidance. Channel your energy into productive endeavors. Avoid wasting time on unproductive activities. Y'all, the other card just said the same thing. Okay. Set clear goals and work diligently towards them with enthusiasm. Beautiful, huh? So there's going to be a huge pivot. I feel it coming. It's kind of already happening on both sides. And eventually the goal with an enlightened community, okay, is for everyone to be in a higher state of consciousness. So don't let that make you feel like you don't have a purpose, okay? Just because everyone on some level is awakening. We're not all on the same part of the spiral, okay? That's how we assist with this ebb and flow and this up and down and the rise and fall that Thoth always tells me about. Horus, leadership guidance. Step into a leadership role with confidence. Take charge of a situation and guide others with clarity and purpose. Lead by example and inspire those around you. Guys, I mean, I don't even know. It's amazing. Okay, they're telling me to do one more. Hang on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Star beings. Okay. Written in the stars, there is a great mystery unfolding at this time. Yes. Okay. All the synchronicities and signs you're experiencing are not coincidences. They are spirit-led experiences to let you know that you're on the right path. Trust in this. Where you are is where you need to be. Stay committed to your vision, because star beings are guiding your dreams into reality. Wow. Activation. The activation phrase for this is, thank you, star beings, for guiding my vision into reality. Archangel Ariel, embrace your sacred calling. God is recruiting you. All that you have faced and healed in your life is part of your mission and directly aligned to how you can live a life that is filled with purpose. Lean into your personal story and your own testimony of healing. For sharing this deeper part of your life will allow you to realize your gifts. The activation for this is, thank you, Ariel, for guiding my sacred mission to heal and be healed. Look how beautiful, you guys. This is the star being one. And this is Archangel Ariel. What a beautiful illustrated. This one, oh my God, this one's so pretty. Look. Faith. Have faith. Archangel Faith. Cloak of protection. You are protected. The worst is behind you, and you already are ready to move beyond the challenges that you have been facing. You are safe now. Let go of the old and stop waiting for history to repeat itself, for you are in a new time in which you can create your own story and begin living it. If you feel you're stepping into the unknown, know that your angel is holding your hand, leading you on. The activation phrase for this is, I am safe and protected by angels. I love it. So let me show you these again because they're so beautiful. Archangel Ariel, star being, faith. You are protected. Have faith. Keep going. So this is, I just want to commend spiritual practitioners, whoever you are, in whatever way you serve. Healing practitioners, massage therapists, estheticians, nurses, physical therapists, occupational therapists, doctors. Honestly, like a healer could literally be like the person you meet at the register at the grocery store. There are so many ways that healing comes through the collective. So you know who you are. My grandmother was never formally trained in school, 3333, as I said that. She literally raised 5 boys while my grandfather worked, took care of the household, ran his business, but never got any credit for it. She was a woman, okay? And do you know what? When she passed away, so many people came to remember her. And we did like a remembrance where everybody kind of got together and shared stories about her. And so many people, so many of my cousins, second cousins, third cousins, just friends, said that she provided a safe space for them to come sit, have a cup of coffee, and talk. There's your healer, okay? You know who you are. You don't even have to be in formal practice to be doing this sacred work. And the universe is saying, you are it, and you are feeling it, and you are doing it. And don't give up on yourself, and stay in balance and self-care, and rise up, and you do all the things, okay? And on the other end of that, if you're on the receiving end, 444, of someone's healing you, in the sense that they're providing a space for you to heal, or they're mirroring back what you need to heal, or they're giving you the message from spirit that you need to help you heal, or they're giving you the medicine you need to help you heal. They're here giving you whatever. Be thankful. Be grateful. Okay? Because that is the ebb and flow of life. That's the sacred spiral she's showing. That's the spiral. Okay? She's saying receive. She says you are enough as you are. Trust yourself. Spiritual practitioners begin, she said, begin. Do the work you need to do. Let go. Trust. We are with you. The Arcturians are speaking right now. They're guiding humanity right now. They're describing it as coming through a tunnel of darkness into light. Receive this light. I'm seeing pink and yellow. Like a cherubim, archangel, I don't know, like a cloud-like beautiful light. They're helping. They said just ask. They will help. So for the practitioners listening, you can ask for the help of the Arcturians if you're comfortable with that. They're a very peaceful, gentle collective, very wise, very ancient. And for the part of the collective that's in need of assistance, you can also ask them and they will help you. And always know that, they're saying, that you can ask for assistance and they will assist you on your own. But if you go to someone for help, be appreciative and be willing to give something for that help. Does that make sense? You can awaken on your own. I've said this so many times. You can go in your backyard, start talking to your angels, and you will get there, okay? And they will get you there. But if you go to someone for help, just understand that that is costing them time, experience. It's not, I'll use myself as an example. I've had to pay for sitters. I've had to pay for parking. I've had to pay for overnight stays in places to go do these things. See, that's costing the practitioner. So be willing to pay. Does that make sense? That is not someone abusing you. Just because the rest of the world might have abused you or mistreated you in some way and all the distortion that's there doesn't mean the practitioner is doing that, okay? So let's become balanced. That 222 number I'm hearing again. Where did you go, 222? All right. Connections make everything so much more beautiful. This is a very welcome call to find harmony in all aspects of your life and your body. Seek to balance your mental, emotional, and physical needs. Socially, try to find your footing both in the level of personal relationships and your broader community. Even within your own intentions, there is a harmony to be found. Yes. Between building solid foundations and remaining open to growth and change. Yes. Duality and cycles are part of life, of every journey. Embrace it. And what I can tell you from experience as a professional practitioner, and so many little irons in the fire with what I do. Okay. Yeah, there's this kind of like, there's these moments where you're going to be the teacher and there's these moments where you're going to be the student, and that's just how life works. And it's okay. So, yeah. I'm going to ask Spirit, is there anything else that you guys want to say about this to the collective, for whoever needs it? Anything else you guys want to say? That's it? Wait, what? There's one more. There's an 1111. Who's watching? She needs help. Something about, I'm seeing like a diamond. What color? Purple. Okay. She needs a diamond activation. This is called a purple diamond activation. We are activating this now, they said. So whoever that is, you know who you are. They're activating what's called, it's like a purple diamond in the mind. It assists the crown. It assists your mind. It also assists in correcting the brain synapses and the neurological flow of water, they're saying. So whoever you are, meditating in water or with water, like a glass of water, they want to give you like a water crystal. Where is it? This would really help you, okay? 1111. This will help you. This one. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the crystal pattern. This is the pattern of autumn, which has the feeling of going into like a dormant state, being covered with leaves. 111, as I said that, and protected, so that you can go through the winter stage, right? That retreat and going into like hermit mode, which we were talking about earlier. So that's the feeling I'm getting. So whoever you are, 1111, retreat and rest. You are protected during the fall, when all the leaves come down and cover the ground, and they protect it from frost. They protect it from, basically they protect all the plants from being injured by the cold. Okay, so that's something about that for the 1111 person is important. I don't know all of what's being said here, but I'm showing it. One more. Okay, yeah. This is the pineal. This is the crystal that forms when you speak pineal to water and freeze it. So this is a pineal activation, that purple diamond. See, that's what they're talking about. That purple diamond. Passion. Follow your passion. Passion leads to purpose. Remember that. If you're looking for your purpose, or you saw my video the other day from Spirit about finding your purpose is your passion. If you don't like doing it, let it go. I know that sounds like impossible when we live in a world where we have to pay for everything. But the truth is, if you're brave enough to let go of what is not for you, you will find what is for you, okay? And that purple diamond activation that she just gave you is going to lead to that. And you got to listen to those little subtle messages from Spirit when you're like, I just really don't want to do this anymore, whatever it is, okay? Go with what you want, and it's going to work, okay? Trust. You are so supported. I love you all. I hope this message is for someone that really needs it. I hope it finds you. We're going to set our intention for Spirit to lead, okay, to those who need it. And I love you all so much. Bye, guys.